I'm just gonna go over real quick just to, different factors that I know is what caused me to have it was a losing day, but I kept trading and I made it break even, which isn't really a good habit, you know. How my mindset was before when I started to really like understand and really start to get a little bit more profitable is when I started to really accept risk, but accept risk when I was wrong. You get what I'm saying? So I noticed on the first trade I took, that was the best trade and the easiest trade I took all day. You know what I mean? And like I just really need to get used to just the thought of being in profit. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole point of trading is to be a profitable trader. And my problem is when I'm in profit or I'm being consistent or whatever, I start to I start to build up fear, anxiousness, like, and I start to get a little bit more impatient with profits, for the next day or whatever, because now I'm being a little bit more profitable and I wouldn't say it took me a lot to get. I mean, it did take me a lot to get there, but in the moment, it really didn't. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a mind shift type thing. Like your mind, like my mind just, I just gained a different perspective on some things, and then that just clicked, and it made me understand the market a little bit more, and made me become a little bit more consistent, right? But I'm not at the level where okay, oh, I'm a consistent trader, I'm a profitable trader, because there's still a lot more traders out there that are successful that's making thousands of dollars a day, even hundreds of dollars. It don't matter. It's just the mindset I'm talking about. Just because you got more money doesn't mean your mindset is necessarily better. I mean, most likely it is, but not necessarily. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is when I'm in, like for example, this trade right here was an amazing trade. Good trade. I saw orders come in at this level. I waited for price to get there, and I took the trade. I didn't hesitate or nothing. I just took the trade. I held it to a decent level. I was confident. I was like, yo, if price decides to come up, it got this level to bounce off of. If it doesn't bounce off, I'll get out because my entry is way up here. So I'm safe this whole way down. So I was giving price some time to figure out what it wants to do. It retested right here and it came back down. It was a very clean trade. I feel like price wanted to not wanted to, but I feel like price would because of how it closed right here on this candle. I feel like price would gain more momentum to go a little bit more into this level, and I was relatively confident in that. Everything was aligning together. It came up here. Orders came in here, like 12,000 orders came in here. An order that was a 12,000, size came in here. Everything was just following through, you know. But once it came to the rest of the trades I started to take for the day, is when things started to become a little bit more of a problem. You know what I mean? The big sell candle right here off this resistance right here. You know, um, then I enter a buy here. I entered a buy because number one, I was more worried about not finding an entry. If that makes sense. Like I was looking for an entry, but I was like, dude, am I gonna find one? Oh, am I being too patient here? Blah blah blah. I was like, oh shoot, I don't know where I should be looking for an entry. Like I was kind of confused, but it's because of my fear. Being fearful of me not being able to uh be able to notice the opportunities that the market will present itself made me miss out on probably the most clearest thing. Price literally came down, broke this level right here, right? It makes sense, right? This is a support level. You would expect it to play as a resistance level now, right? So price came up, hit right here. Okay, cool, right? Let's see what it looks like when it hits this level. It barely hit it, so it's really kind of hard to figure out what kind of orders came in this level or not. No big orders came in. The order came in the 24s, but that's not necessarily in the level. You know what I mean? But regardless, price came down, right? Bounce off here, price came down, rejected, came down hard. But what I'm saying is here, right here, I was so focused on, okay, where would price most likely reject off of, because I just wasn't, I was just lost, man. Like I got out of a good trade and I was just kind of confused. I was just fearful of just not being able to find another opportunity. So by me being fearful of that, I wasn't able to notice these orders coming in the 90s right here on this break of this on the break of this level. A lot of orders coming in around the 95s to the 97s, right? And all those orders caused price to bounce up here, right? Price broke down. It tried to hold below, but no, a lot of orders came in literally in this area, in between 96 and 92, and then right by the break of this level, a lot of orders were piling up, right? And since I wasn't paying attention to that, it caused me to get a light entry, you know, by me being fearful of missing out or not being able to find an opportunity. I missed the opportunity, right? Or at least I missed something that would make me more confident or more considerate of where I want to get my entry at, right? Because right here, I did get in a buy here, but it was very late. Other than me getting a buy like somewhere in this area right here, right? Because a lot of those orders piled up here. I could have caught an entry right here. Like just a lot of places I could have caught an entry instead of right here. You know what I mean? So just watching price here, price came down a little bit here, and I got scared. I'm like, oh shoot. Like I was, and then right here I was thinking, okay, because this book I was reading, and basically how I got to the profitability or the consistency that I'm at right now is because I've been learning to accept risk a little better, right? And this whole time I was in this trade, I was thinking to myself, accept the risk, accept the risk. But the way I accepted the risk was not in a way that you would expect a successful trader to. I accepted a risk because of fear. You know, I was basically saying it's okay to be scared, just get out. That's basically what type of way I was accepting risk. I was afraid that this thing might reverse on me and just take me to the negative. But when traders say accept risk, it's basically accepting the fact that, yo, this trade may go against you and this trade may go in your direction. Your job is basically to control and monitor that position to make yourself open to that opportunity, right? And going back to how I was saying in a few videos ago, my stop loss used to be 8%, and I got out at 6%, and that's at the bottom or somewhat at the bottom of this candle, right? But that's not the point here, right? The point is basically that those entries that came in the 90s would have put so much more confidence in this buy that I was just in. You know what I mean? Just little stuff like that. And then once I got out, a lot of orders started to come in here. The O 04s, the O 02s. So I know a few more orders came in earlier. But it's just little stuff like that, bro. Just being able to be open to what the market is telling you is what's important, right? And I wasn't being open to what the market was telling me. Order come in here on the 8, right? Like it's just little stuff, bro. The threes, the twos, you know. It's like, and then price tries to break here, and then price comes down a little bit, comes back into the level. Some orders start to come in here, starts to keep price from really breaking it. You know what I mean? And just keeping in mind those orders that's really keeping price here, especially at the 97s and 95s. It's all in this area right here, all in this area right here. That's where those orders came in at. You know what I mean? And simply because I wasn't able to notice something so small, it dictated something that potentially could have had me open to opportunity. You know what I mean? And then I think I took another trade here. I think I tried to go for a buy here and I got out. Pretty sure I did try to go for a buy here. Let's see. And another thing too, I don't know what I was thinking here, So basically, what I was thinking here, I know what I was thinking here actually. So what I was thinking here, right, is okay. Price came up, rejected off here. Price came down, rejected off of here. I was paying attention to how many wicks there was, right, and I was thinking, okay, price wicked hella hard. Price coming back in these wicks, price might reject off of here and go back up. That's what I was thinking, right? But that was off of fear. I'm like, oh shoot, I don't want to miss out. I already missed out on this big push earlier. I don't want to miss out on another potential rejection in this same area that I try to get in at, right? So I try to get in here, but I know for sure if I wasn't fearful, I wasn't fearful or worried about not being open to the opportunity or whatever. I would have looked at, I would have paid attention to this level right here, the 80s. I would have paid attention to this level because a lot of sell momentum came off of this and it stopped right here. It stopped right here, right? So that means this level is holding price very, very strongly. You know what I mean? Something there is holding price. Something important is holding price right there, right? So you can see it. So just watching price here, watching the 80s, like I said. So just watching the 80s here. Okay, I didn't see any orders come in here in the 80s yet, but that's where your strategy comes in at. That's where your discipline comes in at. Even though price is moving, you didn't get that confirmation you needed. You just wait for that. And that's where I felt at today big time. So you see no orders coming in here on the 80s, right? But price is moving up. So price moves up. Okay, cool. Price comes back down, gives you another opportunity. Watch the 80s. I try to enter a sell here. When you clearly priced, every time it dropped down, it stopped, it halted right here. Like look at this candle right here, right? Even though price came all the way up, it still came down with no wick, and price still halted right here, right? So just watching the 80s again, watching the 80s, watching the 80s. Just watching the 80s for your entry. Boom. See some 80s orders coming in right here, right? Some 80s coming in way at the peak at the bottom, but they're really trying to hold that 80s area, right? 78 right there, 80, 81. Really trying to hold that area of price. They all got filled in the same area. Another 80 order coming in right there. And you start to see price kind of bounce up from that area, right? When you start to see price bounce up from that area. And that's basically your entry right there. Another 80s order right there. Bounces up. That's your entry right there. Or that at least that's my entry right there. Or 85. Or orders coming inside of the level now. And price is really rejecting. You see that buying momentum start to really come in here strong. And then price just starts to fucking catapult through everything, all the levels. And I'm busy trying to find where price could possibly reject that. It's just like you fuck up on one trade, bro, because of fear, and that causes you to have fear in all the other trades that you're potentially gonna take. You know what I mean? So it really, like when you trade, bro, you gotta have that clear mindset from the get go. You know, because once you start to take that one trade and you let it impact your emotions or your feelings or your logic, it's gonna fuck up every single trade from that point on. You know what I mean? This trade right here at the bottom was very simple and straightforward. But since I'm so focused on the little details and not the overall picture, okay, price projected here, still came down here, still went up, right? Still came down, rejected right here, boom. Buy momentum is still in. This level is really holding well, right? It's like just little stuff like that, you know what I mean? And then just hold it. Yeah, like I probably would have held it up to this level right here, probably. You know, it's just like I know I broke even for today, bro, but I'm still very disappointed. Like I know I can't hold myself to really high standards like that, but I'm still very disappointed. And then right here, I saw orders coming in at the peak right here, so I got in the sell here, and I was just holding it this whole time. I was just holding it. Price tried to break. Orders was literally holding price from breaking right here. Just saw a little flag. I drew it. Price was looking good. Closed below. Came up, rejected again, and it just fucking came down on the next candle hard. Next candle came up, rejected again. Boom. Prices went down. You know what I mean? And like I said, I was stopping myself for more profits here. Probably very solid end goal. Clearly breaking through levels. Momentum is there. Everything's good. And I got out hella early. Stopped myself from making even more profit. This fat ass candle, bro, that shit would have been probably like 100%, 80% right there. Like no cap. That shit would have been fire. But yeah, but really the only thing that really stopped me today, bro, is just my fear. You know, like I really need to get past that, honestly. Cause all of the, if you really think about it, bro, before, like all the entries and stuff like that was there, but I kind of hesitated, and then because of the fear, I wasn't able to really understand what kind of opportunity I just got into. You know what I mean? Like this trade right here, I wasn't really able to understand what type of buying momentum was really behind the entry that I was in. Right? By me not being able to see that and notice that, I missed out on just solid big push right there. Right? Same thing right here. Price pushes down right here. Okay, cool. Rejects hard. Did any orders come in here? Orders did come in here in the 80s. Yep, orders did come in here. Or at least one. It bounces up. I think I did see this too. It bounces up, boom. Right? Okay, cool. You just watch the price, see if it wants to come in here and hold the 80s again. Right? Come back down. Right? Holds the 8. I mean, it did. I mean, it bounced, but no orders came in on this next candle though. Right? Okay, cool. Right? Comes back down. Hits the 80s. You see orders coming in on the break. But niggas is like, no, bro, like get back up, go back up, boom. Price goes up. That's just fucking bread right there. And then this fucking break right here, this rejection right there, super clean. Right, I had a 4 hour level right there too. It was just perfect. But yeah, bro, I really need to get over it. I need to get comfortable with being in profit and be able to trade normally. You know what I mean? Like I need to really get over that. You know, like I really do. Like I can't. I won't become successful if I don't get over my discomfort when being in profit and trading. Cause there's so many opportunities, bro. Like so many opportunities. Literally almost all the trades I was in was all good trades, but my mindset wasn't there. Just little stuff wasn't there to be able to, be like, yo, like, this is a good trade, stay in it or whatever. So yeah, bro, I understand I broke even, bro, but still, it's like just my mentality and just my mindset was not there. Like that my mentality and mindset was shit. And that's what really matters, nigga. That's what's gonna dictate whether you're profitable or not. If your mindset is ass, you're not gonna become a good trader. So that's why I'm very disappointed right now because my mindset, my mentality, my psychology was just fucking ass. But then again, I do feel like if me waking up late, I literally woke up probably like 3 minutes before market open. Me waking up late kind of added more a little anxious, made me a little anxious with my levels. I didn't really feel that confident with my levels because usually when I wake up on time, I'm able to like really sit back and look at my levels and be like, yo, did I set every level that I possibly can set? Okay, cool, boom. I know these levels work. It's just little stuff like that. But still, bro, my psychology, I'm most definitely not hopping on the game no more on the weekdays. That shit is nope, no sir, it's not happening no more. But yeah, bro, that's it. Though. I'm done.